What's happening, everybody? Pew, 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 pew. Got things going on. What's happening? Let's click buttons. Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Amar, Goddess of Blender. I make Magic the Gathering content on the internet. You may have seen me at MagicCon recently. I'm everywhere. Just got back home. Yeah, I'm a cosplayer, puppeteer. Uh, I play a lot of Magic. A lot of Magic. Way too much Magic. I am a terrible Magic player. I like to tell everybody that. I'm not. Uh, I'm everybody's favorite Grixis princess. I just clicked a button with my hand. Get out of here, Discord, you stupid thing. Apparently, I cannot slam my arm down. Uh, and my stream is frozen, it looks like. Is this camera frozen? Does look like that is the problem. Let's deactivate and reactivate the camera. And I guess while we wait for that to happen, we'll switch over here, because why would anything work? Tom, how dare you? How dare you redeem your own thing? What happened here? What is... Tom, is the picture showing? What happened here? I disappeared. Excellent. Excellent. Yep, that's that video camera. Where did you go? Oh, you just disappeared completely. Oh, Tom, why must everything suck all the time? Okay, let's transition this screen over. There we go, Tom. Now you can see something at least. I'm still here. Oh, this camera's not working either. uh, I hate everything. Everything is awful. Everything is awful. Uh... So, everybody, yep, I'm back from MagicCon. I'm attempting to fix this nonsense that apparently is being stupid. Thank you for being here, Tom. I appreciate it. Let's see if I can get this other camera working. Makes me so sad. Why must everything just not work? Yes, just discard the changes. I don't care. Shut this. This doesn't even need to be on. This doesn't need to be up. Everything get out of here. Cameras, why are you being little punks? I hope I get 1,000 hours worth of car pulls. Oh god, what did we do? I'm still not recovered. Everything is awful. Well, at least this camera is working, I guess. Nobody needs to see my face, I guess. I love that. Like, the camera... Just making sounds. Why must everything be so silly all the time? Nope, you don't deactivate when not showing. How about you just... Oh, now you're gonna close this camera? Make up your mind, cameras. Let's do the tried and true unplug, replug. My streams are the best. My streams are the worst. Tom, I can't do it. Oh, look, it's me. It's my face. I did it. Look, it's me again. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Let's open this mystery box before I get anything else up. So, me and Tom went to MagicCon. We drove 39 hours. We went and picked up KJ in Chicago from Buffalo. And then we continued our journey to Vegas. And because everything is awful, and I must buy a mystery booster box at every con, because that's the way the system works. And I wasn't going to wait in line to buy one, because it was ridiculous, at least stupid. Ugh. And my cool Gatherer's Tavern mat that I absolutely love. This is cinnamon. She's a kitty. A little Nicol Bolas, and there's a little Emrakul, and a little Omnath. They've been making some really cute stuff. Yeah, we're gonna open cards because I want to. It makes me feel good. Serotonin, flow through me. Totem Guide, Heart Beast. Okay, yeah, let's see what's a good place to go here. Haha. You can do it through PayPal. I always just do it through PayPal and then just have them do friends and family. Friends and family, we're gonna stir the pride. I can't see anything. Gigadrows. I like Gigadrows. Why Cyclonic Earth everything when you can just tap everything? Sorcerer's Sight. Look at your target opponent's hand. You draw a card for 1 blue mana. I'm in. That was a portal card. Portal. I love mystery boosters just because there's just so many cards I forgot about that I get to see, which is always great. You can hear me and everything, right, Tom? There's nothing else messed up on my stream. I gotta figure out why Discord is giving me issues and OBS before my next stream, and I F everything up. Undercity Informant. He is a rogue. I do not have him. There's a lot of cards I don't have too, which is weird. Excellent to hear me. Unspeakable Symbol, Tom. That unspeakable symbol. Pay 3 life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It's an enchantment. Furious Rise, I forgot about that. Legion was a long time ago. Chandra, Novice Pyromancer. She's in my all Chandra's deck, obviously. I'm gonna rebuild my all Liliana deck, I think. As it was Liliana's my favorite planeswalker, and she needs her deck back. Gaia's Anthem, which is just Crusade in green. Dimir Infiltrator I actually use in Yuriko because I can go grab things and throw them on top of them that I need to finish things off to win the game. Crystalline Crawler is our rare card. Abrupt Decay is a white bordered card. A Full Art Soul Ring is our Future Sight card, which is exciting. I will put that in something. Everybody fears Yuriko because it can just kind of come out of nowhere. Madlands. I do like Madlands because you can discard it and then it goes on the battlefield. It was just silly. No, I guess I should close this knife. That doesn't need to be there. Tom, this is what happens. I'm going to cut myself because you're not here. And I'm too dumb to close knives. Ghostly Prison, I'm in. Uncommon card that's worth like $2. Success. Faith Unbroken. Forbid. Interesting. The buyback is choose and discard 2 cards, but you can counter target spell. I love Ghostly Prison, but I only like Ghostly Prison when I'm using it. I just don't like it when other people use it. Experimental Augury. Our next black card is a Blood Speaker, who is actually kind of cool. He's in my demon deck just because he lets me get demons, obviously. Bastion of Remembrance, that's always worth monies, and I use it in decks. Forked Lightning. I do like that they make, in Mystery Boosters, artwork and cards from, like, Magic Online and stuff that I didn't get a chance to get. Forked Lightning. Also, they've started putting arena cards in here, too, which makes me happy, because a lot of them are playable, and that really bothers me, especially when there's, like, special or legendaries that don't get made that should have been in the set that aren't, like Amara. There's an extra version of me somewhere out there in the world that's an arena, but not in normal Magic, and that is stupid. Oh, here you go, Tom. Whenever a creature attacks you, it gets -1, -0. That's the way it should be. Dread Linnorm. Unmake is always good. There's certain cards that I always put aside because I use them for everything. Yes, I do need your Sword of Fire and Ice. If you would like to trade it, I will trade you something for it. Thanos Warweaver. Some white border, snow-covered plains. Oh, that's a sweet version of Hostage Taker. I never saw that. By Wayne Reynolds. That's freaking sweet. I wonder what this was from. She's hostage taking a dinosaur. Fuck you, dinosaur. That's hilarious. I love that. I do have extra swords and a microscope. I do like microscope. I think it would be an okay card. It does things. It does weird stuff. I love my playtest cards and the unknown cards. They make me happy. Mystery boosters make me happy. Doo-doo-doo. Spirited companion. Vanish into eternity. I am a big fan of any card that exiles things. Like removal, I want things to never come back. Ever. Like, people use destroy stuff all the time, and I'm like, fools. It does cost 3 more to cast if it targets a creature, but most of the time I'm not going to target a creature with it. Run away together is always fun. The fact that it's an instant is funny. Sometimes I've saved people with it. Mystic Subdual. My mouth is still trying to start working again. It's been did way too much talking over the weekend. I'm like still trying to recover voice-wise. That art is fun. I love old Magic art. Dark Triumph. I don't even have to cast it. It's a free spell. All I have to do is sacrifice a creature instead of paying its mana cost. That's fantastic. An instant and all my creatures get +2/+0. I might actually put that in something. This is another card that I use in Yuriko Tom, is Dimir Houseguard. Mainly because of the transmute. Dun, dun. Goblin Grenadiers. Sacrifice Goblin Grenadiers, destroy target creature and target land. But only if they're unblocked. There's a lot of silly cards. I do not have an extra copy of Feast and Famine, I know that much. I do have extra copies of... not the newest one, not Wealth and Power, but... it was the one previous to that. Hope and something else. I feel it was in March of the Machine. Primal Rage. All creatures gain trample. All creatures gain trample. not just my creatures. Hi, Barbie. Hi, my little one. How are you? I missed you. Yeah, you gonna come and help? Barbie's gonna help us, because she likes to play Magic. She likes to step on Magic cards. Sometimes she likes to eat Magic cards, we found out, which is not great. She doesn't like to eat them so much as she just likes to sit there and gnaw on them, which is not also great. You know, I forgot to share that I was even online. I don't care. Whatever. Angelic Shield. Whatever. Nobody cares. Balance. Balance is one of my favorite cards. It sucks that I can't use it anywhere. This is the Eternal Masters version. There's a couple of different artworks for Balance, but it was my favorite card as a kid because I would just play like low curved, like 2 mana was the highest my curve was. So all I needed was 2 lands, so it was basically land destruction because I would wait until you had a bunch of lands and then you would only be able to have 2. Elvish Spirit Guide. I was a monster when I was a kid. Future Sight. One of the rare cards that's named after a set. They think this is actually Gavin Verhey's favorite card. I do believe he says that. Alberix, the trade planet. It's a whole planet. When this permanent enters, exile the top 5 cards of your library as its resources. Trade route. At the beginning of your pre-combat phase, choose one. Discard a card. If you do, put 2 Alberix resources into its owner's hands. Exile the top card of your library as a resource. That's interesting. So, world enchantment. I am going to do a lot of fun playtest stuff. Balance is whoever has the least amount of lands, everybody has the least amount of lands. If everybody has however many creatures, least amount of creatures. And then it does it for everything, basically. It balances everything out. It balances the game. It doesn't. Not the way I was using it. Swell of Courage. Portable Hole is actually worth money. I did take my COVID test, and I am safe. Unfortunately, I do have con crud, though, which kind of sucks. And I've just been coughing. Coughing every once in a while. Don't mess with my Final Fantasy dice. Don't mess with my fancy dice, you little silly girl. Yeah. I love you. You're silly. Yeah. Windfall, Tom. Windfall. And K Enclave Cryptologist. A Blood Pact. Blood Pact. Reanimate. Ooh, old school art. Reanimate at that. Pyrohemia. Pay 1 red mana. Deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. But if there are no creatures, then you gotta sack it. This is one of the rare only cards that makes red cats, Tom. Red cats. Yeah, I do have the no-con blues. I got the no-con blues. I got the nothing to look forward at all to for the next 2 months, except for maybe nuclear war blues. Wall of mulch. If the hillbillies don't get us killed. Mostly salvage. If you sing about it, it makes it not as bad. Lies. Barbie, you are the worst. You're just the worst. I love you. You don't need to mess with the pittons. They don't need to go on the ground. It's Chris, the Hunger Tide. We're still opening magic cards here, just also fighting Barbie. Always fighting Barbie. Chain lightning. Ooh, Reckless Assault. Reckless Assault is always fun. God dang, Barbie, you're the freaking worst. Naturalize 2. Start target artifact, enchantment, emblem, or gameplay tracker. See? This is how we destroy emblems. Joe said there's no way to destroy emblems. Lies. Barbie, you're ridiculous. It's just sitting over here knocking everything off this game counter, or off the table over here. Why are you such a jerk? And then she's just sitting there staring at the mic. Every time I talk, it goes, and she's like, ooh. Ooh. Naturalize 2. You can destroy target artifact, enchantment, emblem, or gameplay tracker. It is not a legal card. It's not for constructed play. I will allow it. Hope and glory. Johnny is welcome. You're the worst, Barbie. I love you. I know, I haven't seen you in a while, so it's okay. I'll forgive you. Horizon Scholar. Perilous Research. I would sacrifice a permanent to draw 2 cards. I get to sack things and I get 2 cards. Those are both things that I enjoy. I was about to say my real name. Noxus Call. I don't care. Whatever. Terror. Just most people just don't use my real name. I just don't care. Light up the stage. Glare Welder. Elemental Shaman. I missed a lot of Lorwyn stuff, so it's always fun when I get new cards from there. Mutagenic growth, which is good times because it costs nothing but life. It only does the same amount of damage. You're so silly. I missed you. Yeah. Barbie's my baby. She's my little assassin. Everybody's so mean to her all the time. That was a mighty yawn. Yeah, you're so mighty. Nobody messes with her as long as I'm around. Stinging shot. I don't know why she has beef with some of the other cats. Blood-Tithe Harvester. I just sold a Death Voidwalker, god damn it. This Dryad Arbor is so pretty. I know exactly where it's going. Oh my god. Heirloom Jin. I used to play this. It's got new art. Phyrexian Seedling. Proliferlink. Periphalink? I want to have Periphalink. I'm gonna throw these on the ground, because I'm an adult. Also, I just don't want them in my way right now, and then I'll have to pick them up later. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've done way too much stuff. I hate it. Tomorrow I shall do nothing. I shall condemn the birth of Meltus. Aqueous Form. Aqueous Form has ruined my life a couple of times. It's so simple as 1 blue mana. Enchanted creature can't be blocked. Enchanted creature attacks, you scry 1. It's really good. I will use it for things. I have secret things going on right now. Mind Bend. Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Pete Bog. Remember Pete Coop? She was pretty cool. Giant Cindermaw. Players can't gain life. 3 mana, 4/3 with trample. Dinosaur as well. It's a really good dinosaur. Flame Wave. I used to use this to kill everything back in the day. Wirewood Channeler, which is just stupid. It adds X mana or the number of elves in play. It doesn't care how many elves that you have. It cares about how many elves everybody has. It's a dumb. Especially if you make everything into elves. Acid Moss. Destroy target land. Then search your library for a forest card and put that card into play tapped and shuffle your library. Land destruction, and you get a land instead. Oh, that's the original art for Dingus Staff. I like Dingus Staff. Whenever a creature is put into any graveyard from play, it deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. You ever want to wipe out somebody who's making too many creatures? Dingus Staff, my friends. Archivist of Ogma. It's a great card. Never does anything for me. I've never been able to use it for what its purpose is. Stupid. Unnatural Selection. Choose a creature type other than wall. Target creature becomes that type until end of turn. See, Tom? You turn everything into elves. Everything. I got the card that turned everything into elves. Giver of Ruins, Future Sight. That is pretty. The artwork. That's by Douche Nozzle. Captain Douche Nozzle. Bedtime Story is Night of the Flying Merfolk. It's an enchantment. Bedtime Story. Don't put lore counters on this saga as it enters. Put a lore counter on it at the beginning of your instep rather than your main phase. 1. Create 2 Merfolk tokens. 2. Put a flying counter on each tap creature you control. 3. Draw a card for each creature you control that dealt combat damage to a player this turn. That's interesting. That's fun. I love fun cards. Fun cards make me laugh. Barbie, you're so cute. I have such a migraine right now. Let's see what's going on here. I know. Let me pet you. I'm sorry. We got a tireless tribe. They're so sleepy. Tenacity. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain lifelink until end of turn. Untap those creatures. This card is very similar to the Warhammer one that gives you +2/+2 lifelink and vigilance, and that thing wins me games all the time. Mana Breach with the freaking Rebecca Gay art. I didn't get to meet Rebecca Gay this weekend, and it made me pretty sad. The line was so busy every time and was capped off. So, yeah, sadness on the stack. She was one of my favorite artists for the longest time. I'm glad that she's back. Merfolk Trickster. Void Beckoner. I loved Ikoria. I wish we could go back to Ikoria. This lets me make Vampire Knights, but it also lets me do Madness, which is pretty great. Called a Bloodline. That was the purpose of it when I was out. A Thermopod. Tom, remember in Thermopod, we couldn't guess properly what his things were? God damn it, Thermopod. Blood Vengeance. I will memorize Thermopod for doing 3 damage to me, god damn it. Ruining my life. Feldorn Elves, which, sillily enough, is worth money. Mobilize. 1 green mana, untap all your creatures. It's a fun combat trick. And it has Rebecca Gay art, which is fantastic. As a portal card. I will put it over here, because I probably actually will use that just for fun. I know, I put bad cards in my deck, but I put bad cards in my deck to beat you with them, and then me to feel better about myself. Shield of the Oversoul. Card creature is green. It gets +1/+1 and is indestructible. If it's white, it gets flying and +1/+1. That's pretty cool. Let me use that in something. I wish it had flash. If it had flash, it would be better. Anyway, everything would be better if it had flash. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. It's fun. I like it. It's one of my cards that I do enjoy casting. A White Limb Duel's Vault, but not the best art. Ancient Stirrings with the kitty art. So kitty. Pyromancy 101. Deals 1 damage to any target. And then you can play 1 red and 1 colorless to teach. Exile the spell. Taught to a creature you control for as long as you remains exiled. That creature has copied this exiled card. You may cast it for its teach cost. You just keep casting fire spell on somebody over and over and over again. You're silly. You're silly. Yeah. You're just hanging out. You're just hanging out. Just cleaning yourself. She's like, I'm finally safe now that you're home. The other cats won't mess with me. Misdemeanor of Obligation. I don't think I have to go anywhere tomorrow. I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I cleaned all day Wednesday. I worked all day today. I just want to play Magic. That's all I want to do. Which is stupid, because that's all I did all weekend. Hard Evidence. Which makes crabs. Yeah, it does. And clues. Crab clues. Clue crabs. Stormbound Geist. Vendetta. I love the artwork on Vendetta. It's just fucking vicious. Start target non-black creature for 1 black. Can't be regenerated, but you lose life equal to its toughness. I'll do that all day long. I don't care. Did I miss a message, Tom? Which douche nozzle? I don't know. There's a lot of douche nozzles. I forgot what I was talking about. Nozzles of a douche. Barbie, thank you for cleaning me. I appreciate it. Your tongue feels like sandpaper. It's excellent. Bluestone Hellion. Reckless Rage I used to actually use in my feather deck. It was kind of silly. I would copy to everybody else. I would use it as like a board wipe. Spikes. Spike Colony. I like spikes. Timberland Ancient. I am always a fan of cycling of any sort where you have a big creature and you can go get art by... Oh, Seb McKinnon. Guy who was like, if I hang out with Nazis, that doesn't make me a Nazi. Cruel War Chanter. Yeah, it does. Soren, solemn visitor. He's very solemn. He was visiting, and then he effed everything up. He's like, Ugin, where are you? There's a white border Skyclave apparition, which is actually a really good card. Goblin gang leader. Oh no. That's my future sight card. Who is this guy? Champion of the Harish. Buddy list. As this creature enters, if any of its creature types isn't on your buddy list, write one of them on your buddy list. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of the Harish if one of the creature types is on your buddy list. Otherwise, write one of the creature types on your buddy list. That's so silly. I gotta remake my playtest deck. I used to have so much fun with my silly deck that people could use points to make things happen. On the floor, you're in my way. Battle Screech, now I don't have to go find a copy of you. I gotta put it in my bird deck. It makes burbs. I gotta finish my burb deck. I gotta get the rest of the Birds of Paradise to sign my burb deck. I gotta figure out who hasn't signed it. I never can find anybody. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Standard bearer. I'm really bad at focusing on things at cons. There's too much going on, so my brain is just constantly absorbing information to the point where it's too much sometimes. And, like, I'll try to find somebody, and I cannot find them for anything. Everybody just looks the same to me, and I'm just like, everything's blurred together. I hate this. Blink of the Eye. Another Rebecca Gay card. Cloak of Feathers is so freaking pretty. So weird. Just give creature flying and draw a card for 1. Unburial Rites is really good too. If you're playing Orzhov, Unburial Rites is good times. I mean, it's 5 mana to return a creature and then 4 mana to do it again. Kill my creature, I'll bring it back again. Enjoy. Summon Undead. Scourge Devil. Hordling Outburst. I had this cast against me like 3 times the other day. Hey Josh, what's happening? I am, alive? Kinda. Kinda alive? Opening magic cards? So I guess things are good. Look at this giant cat. It's a monstrous cat. Crypto expires. Barbie, you are being very unhelpful. She's like got her foot up on top of the cards. Sublime Epiphany. Sublime Epiphany is really good. It's 6 mana. You have to have open, but ooh, look at this snow-covered waste. That's pretty. Spike Weaver. That is a pretty version of Spike Weaver. I do like all these. I love the future sight cards. Can't quite recall. Forbidden. This card can't be in your starting deck. Yes, you read that right. You need to figure out a way to get it into the game without it being in your deck. Target player draws 3 cards. The drive was hell. Hell on earth. 39 hours on the road. I was driving like 100 miles per hour. I've never driven 100 miles per hour. There's nothing in Utah, so you can just do whatever you want. You can just drive as fast as you want, I guess, is how the system works. There's no exits. There's nowhere for the police to turn around and come and get you. So, I don't know. I mean, no, I was driving the speed limit all the time. Nah. Yawn. Tom, that is a terrible joke. Let me tell you, there is nothing in Utah. Nothing. There's nothing anywhere. America is a very disappointing looking place most of the time. But I will say Colorado is beautiful and weird. It looks like somebody just played a really shitty version of SimCity and just started putting buildings in random places and didn't know how to play the game. You're confronted by robbers. so terrible. There's nothing in Iowa. Actually, Iowa had more things than Utah. Nebraska had more things than Utah. Everything had more things than Utah. Silvermere. Leap. Fell Stinger. Diabolic Servitude has a lot of words on it. And it has a little red skull, or a little skull symbol. What was that from? Interesting. Interesting. Hellspark Elemental. Barbie, you're very unhelpful. Ardent Elementalist. Frog Tongue, which has silly artwork from Phil Fulgio. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I'm glad he's back too. I always wanted to. He always had fun art. And Dirk Howler. Words are hard right now. Savage Lands. Our rare cards are Showdown at the Scalds. Displacer Kitten. Displacer Kitten. Goblin Recruiter. I might have to change this out with my other Goblin Recruiter. And then there's Terry Pinn, Turbo Turtle. He's a turtle athlete. You may ignore the words activate only as a sorcery while activating abilities. That's right. That's pretty funny, actually. You could do some terrible things with that. Most of the time, it says that for a reason. Like, nope. Omen of the Sun. Suture Priest. Suture Priest is worth money. Fade Away is one of my favorite. It's just stupid cards. For each creature, that creature's creature's controller pays 1 mana or sacrifices a permanent. You just wait until your opponents don't have any mana, and then you can play this for 3 mana and make them sacrifice like most of their board. I'm such a dick to 5/0. Actually, I don't do the things that I mention most of the time, unless the pod deserves it. Did you get things hooked up yet? Strands of Night. Have you finished, or have you moved back over here? Words are so much. Salving Knolls. Salvering Knolls? It's got cool artwork. Seething Anger. We did this, Tom. We used Seething Anger this weekend. Jungle Lion. Jungle Lion has pretty art. Quirion Elf. Exactly. I put out the... It's my fault for putting the ideas out there, right? Hi, baby. What you doing? Gemstone Mind. Shuyun. The... Silent Tempest. My brain just fucking went. Back to Ohio. Don't go back to Ohio. There's nothing there. We've been there. That's interesting. A white border environmental sciences. Ooh. A full art City of Brass. That's gonna go in Yuriko. Actually, that might actually go in Jetmir. Yeah, I'll put it in Jetmir. I really like Catch of the Day. It has some cool abilities, but I don't feel like reading them all. Figure it out. I want to open the rest of this box and go eat dinner and then play video games. That's my plan for the day. Exile. Excellent. I will take this and I will put it places. Being back on Saturday. Desperate Lunge. I'm glad to be back. Crypt of the Royal. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere until September. Guildpact Informant. I should just be glad that I don't get invited anywhere, right? Then I don't have to go anywhere. Fledging the Djinn. Revenge of Ravens. I get to hang out with my cats. So, blah. Balduvian Warlord. Shivan Raptor, you're just a lizard. Oh my god, the heat is fucking horrible. Like on our way back, like Utah and all the states that you think would be really hot. Hey, Shannibal, what's going on? Like all the states that you would think would be hot weren't hot, and then we got like the middle, and I'm like, no, me too. It can't come soon enough. I'm like, I don't have anything to really do for the next 2 months, so I'm just like, okay. Guess I'm just waiting for Commander Sealed now. Plate Mamba. Like, I'm more excited for Commander Sealed than I am for MagicCon. Backlash. That's the thing, like, it's so... Like, it says it's only 80 here, but then you look at the real field temperature and it's like 90 something. I'm like, this is stupid. I don't like this. It's like, I don't want to go outside. Day of Judgment, which is just Wrath of God. It does the same exact thing. Look at this foiled dragon's approach. That's so silly. What am I going to do with this? Stone Dragon. Flying. When enters, distract. Tap a land. Draw a card. Enthrall. Target player discards a card for each spell you've cast this turn. Oh, that's horrible. Ew. I try not to make people discard things. Yeah, I've never sold cards before. I usually just keep them because I always think I need them for something. So I traded in way too many cards. I was there for like 3 hours trading cards and paid off all my debts for the most part. Paid off a bunch of bills, paid for the trip, paid for a bunch of crap that I didn't need. I was like, wait a second, I have too much money now. Let me fix this problem. Burrington Forge Tender. Spreading seas. Turn things into islands. Why not? Whirler Rogue has won me many a games. Whirler Rogue is so silly. Is Card Kingdom good? Yeah. It's so hard to go through people. Like, so often nobody needs anything or is just not buying anything. So then, like, I sold some stuff to people that needed it in the community. And then I was just like, I don't have time to wait. I was like, I just want to pay things off so I don't have to work as much. It's like, I don't want to. I want to stream again. I want to play Magic again. I was like, I would like to cut down my work schedule, please, and thank you. Searing Spear. Pitchstone Wall. So, at least I can get back to streaming next month and have a little bit more free time. Even though Warhammer painting and building things kind of takes up the rest of the time. See, that's not bad at all. 55 to 60%, because like a lot of stores only give you like 40%. So, Trumpeting Herd, Feral Hydra. I just didn't want to do all the sorting and stuff, so I was just like, here's a stack of cards. You figure this out. Like I knew an idea of how much they were worth. I was like, whatever. You know what? Can't blocking is unblockable. I can actually use this in Yuriko. 2 mana, blue or black. I mean, I'm never blocking anyway. Oh, and it's got Jesper Esping art. I'm in. I'm gonna say that a lot of art styles in Magic, you can tell. You're like, oh, this is definitely this person. Faithless Looting, and oh, look at this, Mirri's Guile. Mirri's Guile is really good. I have an original copy of it at the beginning of your upkeep. You may look at the top 3 cards of your library and then put them back in any order. I actually have it in my cat deck just because it has Mirri's Guile. Yeah, that's what I figured too, because I had a bunch of stuff that was on their buy list too. So like I knew what was going to be popular because the standard showdown crap was going on. I was like, whatever. I don't need this stuff. It's like I know they'll give me more money because everybody's going to need these core steel cutters. I got like 3 core steel cutters. I was like, this is insane. You and your swimming pool. I wish I had a swimming pool. No, I don't, because then I'd have to clean it and stuff. Ugh. You don't realize how much work goes into having a swimming pool until you have a swimming pool. Spirit Link is really good just because it's not lifelink. It just doubles the life, basically. If the creature does have lifelink. So silly. Siren Storm Tamer. This is a really good card. I use that all the time. Interesting. Fairy Swarm. Flying. I missed so many Lorewind cards. And Shadowmoor. And that whole entire block. Teleport. Cut. Oh, Enforcer. Oops. Wrong guy. This guy has caused me problems before too. Syncure. Autocrat. He only has certain uses, but every time he comes in with 4 or 3 other creatures, so you're getting 4 creatures out of the deal, which is good for sacrifice fodder. Yeah, Standard was a mess this weekend. I wonder what's going to get banned. I imagine Cutter, but I don't know. And with Final Fantasy being added, there's just so much going on. Ugh. That sounds terrible. You're still gonna go do it? If my opponents have non-basic lands, it just gets +1/+2. They probably do. Somebody does. Tom, Cutter's causing problems. Magic players can't have nice things. That's just the way the system works. Give, take. Give or take. Hushbringer is really good. Just another stacks piece that I enjoy. Oh, just what I needed was a Karuga and white border. I don't like Karuga. I love mono red. That's what I would play. Has always been my go-to. Like, it's easy, simple, I don't have to think about anything for the most part. I'm like, I just sit here and I burn you, I either run out of steam and I die, or I killed you. But there's just, Standard annoys me because I don't like not being able to play, and a lot of times people will just sit there and there's so much discard and stuff going on where people take away my whole entire hand, and then I'm just sitting there going, oh, okay, I guess I'm just gonna sit here. Mother of Ruins. I sold like 20 copies of Mother of Ruins this weekend. God damn it. Yeah, the current one is like the last version that I was playing was just, yeah, it was loyal prowess triggers for the most part, which I enjoy prowess. I don't know, it makes me happy. That's one of my favorite mechanics. Master of Arms. Hey Barbie, what's happening? You just making your way through? Okay. You're just working your way through. Excellent. You're so silly. Weatherseed Fairies. Brilliant Plan. Mad Auntie. She's one of the rare black goblins. Other goblin creatures you control get +1. And she's a goblin lord, too, which is pretty cool. And a shaman. And you can regenerate goblins. I might actually just put her in my goblin deck because she's fun. Okay. You win. You get it. I talked myself into it. I very easily talk myself into things. Like, okay, this can go in this deck. Sure. Why not? I don't care. Marsh Filter. Goblin Gorilla Shaman is actually kind of fun because you just destroy target non-creature artifact with mana value X and like CEDH. You just pay 1 and blow up everybody's stuff. All your free artifacts? I'm sorry. Let me deal with those for a second. Or even though just 1 mana artifacts, to pay 3. And then you can just keep doing it. Because it's not... I mean, if you want to destroy all the zeros, and then destroy all the 1s, and then destroy all the 2s, you can just do that all in 1 turn if you wanted to. If you had enough mana. Incinerate. Incinerate I used to use in my old mono-red deck back when I first played Magic during Ice Age. Lightning Bolt and Incinerate. Those are like the two main like direct damage spells besides like Fireball. Kenrith Transformation. I use that for things all the time. Wild Hunger. This Korra is actually worth money right now too. Dragon Lair Spider. White Border Kitchen Finks. I used to use Kitchen Finks. Ooh. Look at that artwork on that walking ballista. I have so many walking ballistas, and the only time I use it is when I'm abusing it for something. Defender of the Queue. Got what? 9 more packs left. 9 more packs until I eat. Dun, 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 dun. I always forget to eat on Thursdays, Tom. Most of the time we're playing Magic until like 9 or 10 o'clock. Therapin Watcher. My body's gonna be like, you're feeding me on a Thursday? What? Spirit Mantle. Spirit Mantle I use on decks. I like it. It gives my creatures protection from creatures. I use it on Light Paws. And it's only 2 mana. Interesting. Sprite Noble. You give my other flying creatures +1/+0. And then you can tap and give my other creatures flying +1/+0. I should go eat. I'm going to. I'll get there. I already know what I'm going to go eat, so at least that's one thing out of the way. I don't know how often if there's too many options, my brain is just overloaded and I'm like, I don't know what to eat, I just won't eat. Flesh Eater Imp. He's pretty creepy. Got like a giant cage on his hand with spikes. Thunderclap. Ooh. That's even cheaper than a lightning bolt. I just get rid of a mountain, and I get to do 3 damage? Oh, it's just to a creature, though. Okay, that's not as cool. If I could do it to anybody. Chaos Channeler. Brood Monitor was fun. I used to blink Brood Monitor with Eldrazi Displacer during that time period of the world. Hunting Pack at Storm. So much mana, though. By the time you 7 mana in as Storm, like how many spells have you cast? Like 1 spell? Power Conduit. Power Conduit is fun because you can just remove a counter from any permanent you control, and then you put a charge counter on target artifact, or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, so you can just remove counters from other creatures and put them other places, or any kind of counter. So weird interaction. Vindicate. A Blazing Rootwalla, huh? That's not super cool. Look at that Memnite, though. Oh, man. I have 1 copy of the original version of this that came out. Now I gotta go put it in my stupid Memnite deck. Zone of Flames. Yeah, my Memnite deck is just all infinity stuff, and you don't pay for anything. Everything is free. I don't even know if it's any good anymore. It probably is not. This Tradition Specialist. So many of my modern decks and Pioneer decks and standard decks I haven't done anything with. Some weird chipping on here. Oh, it's just gunk. Interesting. Step Links. Viscerid Deepwalker. Suspend, huh? Hormid Warrior. Interesting. Interesting. Familiar Ruse. Counter Spell. Chainer's Edict. I used to use this a lot. Yeah? How are you, Thanos? Why you say these words? Yeah? You're so cute. How's your sister doing? Is she doing okay? Yeah. You're so silly. He loves his face petted. It's so weird. He just sort of rubs his face into your hand. Like, he doesn't like it gently. He like wants you to like use your claws on his face. Bone shards. Volcanic Hammer. I used to use this in my red decks back when that was a thing. Trickery. Does 1 damage to target creature you don't control. And you can overload it. I use this in Judith. Hi, Thanos. Thanos is like, no, you don't need to keep opening cards. You pet Thanos. Thanos, you're so big. Look how big your head is. You're a giant cat. You're a giant cat. Oh my god, you are so shitty. Oh my god, did nobody pet you while I was gone? What is happening here? You're so gigantic. Yeah, you're so silly. You're so silly. Oh my Thanos, you're so silly. I love you. I know. I know. I missed you. Yeah. I missed you all. Oh, cats. What am I gonna do with you? Not much, I guess. Get fur all over my stuff. That's basically what happens. Sell cards to people and their cat allergies will kill them. Then I'll feel bad. Yeah, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Ow! You're biting me. Don't do that. That's unfortunate. Ow, dude. No. Ow! For some reason, Thanos, when he gets very excited, just starts biting. And he's not gentle. No, you're not going to bite me. I don't want to be bit. That is uncomfortable. Thank you. I will pet you. No, don't bite me. That hurts. Ow! Don't do that. Horn Sliver. Night Soil. You make sapperlings. You are making this very difficult. Squeeze Embrace. Rebecca Gay art. There's so much Rebecca Gay art in this freaking mystery box set that makes me happy. Gaddock Teague. He used to be a problem back in the day, and people would complain about him, and then you never see him ever again. Stitcher Supplier. This is one of my favorite artworks, is Engineered Explosives. It's just badass. He's just standing there and everybody's exploding. Hey, Sabby, what's going on? There's opening cards. I'm taking it easy today. Well, I've been working all day. We're taking it easy this week, I guess. I was like, I'm gonna open this box, stream this, and then I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go play video games. I'm probably gonna go play Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's been a week. I need to just shut my brain off and be like, okay, this is what's happening. Work. Blast you. Always in the way of things. Make a stand. Moment of triumph. You doing good besides that? Scholar of Ages. I'm so tired. I just keep falling asleep in random places. I'm like, body. Ooh, Sir Conrad is my uncommon, huh? Bolt Out. I do like Bolt Out. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value among creatures or planeswalkers they control. You don't have a lot of control over it, but it's exiling a creature in black for 3. It's really not that bad for removal. I think that was March of the Machine Aftermath. Unexpected Windfall is good. Boots of Speed. Symbiotic Beast. Elemental Bond. Mountain Valley. Yosai, the Morning Star, one of the original Kamigawa dragons. Mutilate. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. That's my kind of board wipe. Ooh, look at that. Future Sight. Aether Vial. I used to use Aether Vial a lot. And then when I came back to Magic, I was like, Aether Vial's like a $14 card. I was like, that's insane. It's like it's an uncommon and I have like 100 copies of it. I played so much Mirrodin and Darksteel and Fifth Dawn. I come back and was playing Standard and crap at that point in time. Ugh, what a mess. Syndic of Tiath. That's a weird word. Perimeter Captain. Whenever a creature you control with Defender blocks, you gain 2 life. That's actually pretty crazy for 1 mana for a 0/4. Ooh. Even Fisher. 2/2 flying. Let's put it into graveyard. From play, you may draw a card. Do you like drawing cards? Tame up Ice. Oblivion Strike I will take during, like, drafts. I like things that exile stuff so I don't have to deal with them later on. This is another fun. Blight Beetle. It's a 1/1. 1 black, 1 colorless. Protection from green. And creatures your opponents control can't have +1/+1 counters on them. So if you ever wanted to know how to shut off counters with black, here you go. And then it goes in the pile of things I'm going to do to other people later. Fearless Scald. As you can see, this is just the stack of cards where cards go. And this is the rare cards and things that I will do to somebody later on. Goblin Slide. Diligent Farmhand. It's got a Muscle Burst, which is just silly. Nantuku. Vigilante. It's an Insect Druid Mutant. Oh man, my X-Men are going to be really happy. Reconstructed History. Hell's Caretaker. Ew. White Border Cathar's Crusade. Hoodwink. Return target artifact, enchantment, or land to its owner's hand. For 2 manas. Indicate. Target permanent. That's so stupid. 0 mana. It's just target permanent. What's it? I'm just pointing at it. And then the flavor text is just you. And him pointing at it. See, I could draw artwork for these. Give me an art thing for doing that. I can handle this. I could draw silly cartoon pictures on these all day long. Brava of the Steel Legion. No, I cannot do this. that is out of my art style. Samurai of the Pale Curtain. Fox Samurai. Careful Study. Draw 2 cards. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Which is really good, actually, for certain decks. Annex. You just steal target land. Which Tom did to me, which was pretty shitty. Tom. Calling you out. Stealing my land. What did you steal? You stole one of my good land. I was not happy about it. Wall of Corpses. I really don't know why they put so much smoke over Derevi's name. It makes it really hard to see. Stupid. Anyway, Goblin Gardener. Like, I know a lot of times they make, like, the Planeswalker stuff go over top of borders and stuff, but that's a bad place to put it over top of the name of the character. Yeah, I don't know. Goblin Gardener. He destroys lands when he dies. Because he's silly. Merchant of the Veil. Dog, what are you doing over there? Please stop it. Fine, Mirror. Twin Silk Spider. Skittering Surveyor. Ooh, Grim Hireling is always a good. Ashkron Scepter. Ooh. Arena. I just traded for an original copy of Arena this weekend. And then I got this fancy version of it. Damn it. It lets me tap target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls, and then they fight each other. I enjoy both of those things. Meandered Town. That is way too many words. I refuse. I'm too tired to read too many words. I'm so feisty. I have a migraine right now, so don't mind me. I'm just rambling. Trap Runner. Bard. Steward of Argive. I will say that the bright lights not helping the migraine. Merfolk Sea Stalkers, Wall of Tears, Moonglaive Changeling. I did take a COVID test and was negative, but I think I'm going to check just to make sure again, because I don't want to get anybody sick. Pretty sure it's just crud left over, but Soul Drinker. So every once in a while I cough and I'm like, about face. I just get paranoid and I'm like, I already said no, but I don't know. Ancestral Mask is one of my favorite enchantments. Plated Crusher. Plated Crusher's gross. I wonder if it's a dinosaur now. It might not be, though, because it's Zendikar, so it's probably still a beast. Frentic Sliver. Get out of here. So Frenticky. For Plague Engineer. Ooh, Ash Barons. Ooh, Full Art Collecting Company. Or Future Sight Collecting Company. Weirwood is actually really funny. 3 more packs, and then I eat. And then I might be back on streaming. I don't know. I might just play Shadows and not stream it. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like doing. Guess it depends if I have a migraine, because talking just makes it worse. Near Heath Pilgrim. Resolute Reinforcements. Telekinetic Sliver. Damn, so many slivers. Owl Familiars. You're so cute. Injector Crocodile. I'm gonna yawn. Cast Down. I like Cast Down. I mean, destroy target non-legendary creature. I mean, there's a lot of legendary creatures running around, but for 2 mana, and it's an instant. Evaluating a Soul Eater. There's usually something to use it on. Needletooth Raptor. Invigorating Surge. Haywire Might is always good times. Quicksilver Dagger. Turns your creature into a pinger. But you also draw a card, which is pretty cool. And it's really not that bad. Give your creature ability to hurt people, and I get to draw cards? I mean, it's a silly card. Pernicious Deed. Whiteborder Gataxian Probe. Full Future Sight Static Orb. Are you playing Shadows right now? Oh man! Plant Rogue. Narod, the Beige Flower. 3 different colors. It's Esper. Which is a 0/5, and each creature assigns combat damage equal to its mana value rather than its power. That is silly. So he's a 3/5. I was just thinking of silly things I could do with that. I can't wait till our playtest games. I might build that just for the amusement of it. And see if I can get it to work. Get out giant mana creatures just so that they have huge attacks. Rebuff the Wicked. That's an white counter spell, which is pretty great. But it has to be, I think, something that's targeting a permanent that you control. And that does happen. Ooh, this is a bird. Even Changeling. I mean, it's a changeling, so I guess it's everything, but it is a bird. Flash of Insight. Chemister's Insight. That's really weird. Flash of Insight and Chemister's Insight next to each other. Out of all the cards. Gloom Sower. Blood Curdle. 2-handed Axe. Anarchist. Oh, yawning. Land Grant. You have no land cards in hand. You may reveal land grant instead of paying for land grants. Mana cost. Search your library for a forest card, and then put that card into your hand. Then shuffle your library, which is actually kind of cool. Not having to actually pay for it. Canopy Surge. A Relic of Legends, which is actually worth money. Aura's God of Victory is badass and is pretty awesome right now, especially in Boros equipment. I have so many of this stupid Soul of Theros. Full Art Kobolds. Plain Walkers. I don't. I don't. It turns your creature into a planeswalker. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature is a planeswalker in addition to its other types. Its toughness becomes its loyalty. You change its toughness to activate loyal abilities. Damage lowers its toughness. Toughness doesn't heal at the end of turn. It can't block and gains the following ability. It has to pay 1, gain 2 red mana. -1, exile top card of your library you may play at this turn. -X, the planeswalker deals X damage to any target. Yeah, that's silly. I love it. That's right, I'm turning creatures into planeswalkers, wizards. To making them not be planeswalkers, I will turn them into planeswalkers. You make birds. I like birds. I don't want to pay your cumulative upkeep, though. Generous gift. Merfolk, transmutist. I'm not even going to try. I just said it wrong. Ghostly Flicker. Elspeth's Nightmare. Unexpected Fangs. Dwarven Miner. Lesser Gargantuan. Overwhelming Encounter. Woodling Mystic. Goldvein Pick. Rare's Blatant Thievery, which is a fun card. Stony Silence is a Staxy Douchey card. And a Grindstone. And then, Shia, friend to maybe too many. Familiar spells you cast have flash. Bats, birds, cats, dragons, fairies, foxes, frogs, imps, lizards, and spiders are familiars, as well as any creature with familiar in its name. You can tap and add X green mana for each, and each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of familiars you control. Doesn't that sound like me, Tom? I'm going to have so many cats, and I'm going to kill somebody with that. Jaira, she's just the one who puts the time counters on, I do believe, that one. I used to have one a long time ago. And then there's the other Jaira. Yeah, that's the one, I think. It does the time counter thing. You could definitely do suspense, yeah. That's what I was thinking. There's a lot of cool suspend cards, and there's a lot that I missed suspend-wise, and then the Doctor Who set has a lot of good ones, too. Yeah, you could definitely make it work. It would be fun. I gotta... My Spellslinger deck was basically just, yeah, it didn't do any very good. Sometimes my ideas don't work properly. Like, I have all these ideas for decks, and sometimes I build them and I go to play them, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Or I build them and I don't know what I did. Oh yeah, you can give any permanent suspend. That's... With all the new cards that are out, I imagine you could do some fun things. I need to go and check her out again. It sucks that this was the foil. It's probably worth something, right? Dragon's Approach. Somebody needs a foil Dragon's Approach. Somewhere out there. We got some fun cards. We did get a whole bunch of new playtest cards, or test cards, which is great, because I love test cards. You could, some of these, like, would be fun for Jaira. You put the suspend on this so it just comes back and then it goes on to a creature. Not have to pay for it. You could turn it into a mill deck. Jaira Mill. You can suspend things like Tasha's Hideous Laughter and other milling cards so they know they're coming. But there's nothing they can do about it. Yeah, she is it. I think she's only 3 mana. I feel like that's correct. Me and my... I really want to build this Chia a friend to maybe many. Too many. Because it can definitely be made in cat colors. But then I can just... Maybe I just build it with all my favorite cats and foxes and fairies and frogs, and it would just be nonsense. I just want to kill somebody with the familiar thing and add a bunch of green mana. I don't know what I'm going to do with the green mana. I just want to kill somebody with all my familiars. Okay, we're going to build this week. I don't have anything else to do this week. I've got to post Terra, because I've just finished that. I really want to build this flower guy, too. Narad, the beige flower. All the creatures deal combat damage equal to their mana values. I guess it's okay until my opponents have higher mana values than me. Then I'm in trouble. Okay. Well, I can see if I have an extra copy and send you one. I probably do somewhere. I know I have the foil one from the double, or the 2-pack that came out years ago. It was like her and somebody else that were the face cards for it. It was like a 60 card deck. I have to check and see. But I'm gonna go eat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It's been a long week. I'm still just dragging myself around, so I apologize. I'm just like, everything is awful. It's pretty. It is a very pretty foil. I remember it being pretty. I can picture it in my head. I don't know if it's alternate art or not, though. It might be. I feel like she would be a lot of fun with the Doctor Who cards. Because there's a lot of cards that let you manipulate the counters that are in the Doctor Who set, so I would definitely look up those cards. And I imagine that would make her a lot more dangerous than she was back when Suspend was a thing. Because I want to say that it also, like, look at, like, oh, Falco's in the wrong colors. I'm going to say there's a couple of cards that let you move counters around that are in those colors. And those would be good too. So you can remove or add suspend counters as you need them. Because she can technically throw anything out with suspend. So if you start using like the Doctor Who cards to start removing counters. I'll have to go and look at the decks because I know a lot of the Doctor Who card decks I don't have completely memorized, except for the Grixis one. Like, every once in a while I'll play the other ones, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this card. I was like, this is really good. But, yeah. I'll have to check and see, and I'll post some things that I think might work. You and your freaking Rose. I'll just keep killing Rose, Tom, every time. It's just become a thing now. If she's out, I'm like, okay, she's going down. Even if she's not the target that I should remove. We can definitely do that. Just send me over on Discord. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. As it'll actually notify me. A lot of times, Blue Sky, I miss messages all the time, and I always feel bad. I hate that it doesn't, like, notify me for some reason. Oh, you were thinking about the other Joyra. Yeah. There's 3 of them, I want to say. The newest one, it's just not good. I can't figure out a use for her. I'm like, this just doesn't do anything I want to do. Even though, actually, I need to see her for a second. Let me see something before I say that. Might be lies. She might be actually good. No, Ageless Innovator is what I'm thinking. Well, even her you could use and remove her ingenuity counters. Or add ingenuity counters. You put 2 ingenuity counters on Joyra, and then you put an artifact card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield. But X is the number of ingenuity counters on Joyra. guess if you're proliferating them, once you get the counters on there, casting things for free is not too terrible. I always have the problem that I always do enjoy talking Magic. I can talk Magic for till the end of time. So that Shoyoro is actually. I have the problem that if there's a version of something, like if I build the Shoyoro deck, I'm like, I will put all the Shoyoras in the deck. There's a Light Paws, I will put all the Light Paws in the deck. Like right now, I'm like, I'm gonna go rebuild my Liliana deck. I'm gonna put all the Lilianas in here. Do they need to all be in here? No, they don't. But I will put them all in here. The same. It's every deck. If there has a version, even not everyone. Every once in a while, there'll be a version of a legendary that's just so bad that I'm just like, you can't go in here. You're just gonna ruin the deck. You're out of here. Oh my god. It's like 3 years ago, you went to Kentucky. No, I didn't. I drove through to Kentucky. I did not stop in Kentucky. Don't be crazy. I got some other things, I guess, to go handle. But, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I know I just said that, but I really do. Taking time to come and hang out with me, I always appreciate. Because I know you don't have to, and yeah, it's awesome. I probably will be back on, but I'll probably just be playing video games. We'll see. I kind of want to play Final Fantasy. There's so many games I want to play right now. And then I was gone, and I like turned on Game Pass, and I was like, oh, that came out. That came out. That came out. It's like I don't have time to play all these video games. That's all I want to do, though. But I will let you go before the ad break, so you guys don't have to sit here through that. I love you all. You take care of yourselves, and I will probably be back later on this evening. I know I will be back tomorrow doing something. I don't know. We don't have D&D on Fridays for a little while, so I'll probably start streaming stuff. Oh, there's Barbie in the background. I just saw Barbie walk by. Barbie's just been hanging out with me. She was rolling around on the camera. You missed her, Abby. She was just rolling around being cute, and she kept licking me, and like she's very happy I'm back. I was gone longer than I normally am ever. Like most of the time we're gone for like 5 days, 6 days, and instead we were gone for like 7 days, and the cats are very happy that I'm back. I missed my babies. I love them. But ad break is coming, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Bye.